So having tried the silk, which is probably the easiest of the fibres in the box, in the club this time, the next one that we're going to have a look at is the viscose. Now viscose is an extruded cellulose fibre. These are the two different colourways. There's this one which is fog, which is a lovely soft purple colourway. That's the one that was included in Dolomites. Or there's this beautiful soft sort of shell pink with a bit of a hint of peach to it, and that was the one that was included in the Venice colourway. So I'm going to go for that one because I think it'll show up best for you on the video. This is much shinier and much more slippery than the silk. So when you first sit down to start spinning it, pull out a staple length, take a look. Okay, what you want to do is you want to make sure you've got your hands that far apart, but because it's got more shine to it, you are going to have to make sure that you kind of are keeping a tighter grip on things. You will find it wants to get away from you more than the silk. So you can spin it just like before with a short forward twist, but I'm having to keep a much tighter control between my thumb and my forefinger on my drafting hand. So the hand that's closest to the front that's drawing out the fibres, and I'm having to concentrate far more. This is a fibre that will want to slide away from you. You might find it helpful to just reduce your scotch tension slightly if that's the method you're using for tensioning your wheel. In double drive you'll just need to adjust so you've got less take up. And it's a yarn that will handle quite large amounts of twist before it starts to become feeling a bit weird, and it will want to be spun fine. Okay, so that's a short forward draw using the viscose. If you're really struggling to control it with a short forward draw, take that off from that, then the thing to try to do is you can switch to spinning it from the fold, just like we did with the silk, but because of the way that this fibre is, as soon as you start trying to spin it from the fold, you start to end up with this really quite odd, shiny but fluffy yarn. And I'll show you a close-up in a minute once I've spun a little bit. And it's one that I don't really quite like as much, and if you're not careful, the yarn ends up looking a little bit weird. So this is a sample spun from the fold, okay, and it's ended up being a much fluffier yarn with lots of sort of small fibres poking out from which I don't think kind of suits the viscose. So if you can have the patience to spin it from the fold, that'd be what I'd recommend. And equally, you can see how it's a fibre that benefits from quite large amounts of twist. So bit more twist in it and it starts to get a little bit more controllable, but that halo doesn't really embrace the shine that you've got coming from the fibre.